Alright, check 1, 2. Am I live? Okay. Not really sure what's going on. My internet kind of dipped a little bit, and I'm not sure entirely if that's going to be a problem or not. I had that problem the other day too. For some reason, my internet just cut out, and it happened to just do it as soon as I started streaming. But anyway, what? Hold on, pressed the wrong button. My bad. Okay, stream starting off to a wonderful start. Hold on. Now the game's not popping up. There we go. Okay. There we go. Alright. I made a fancy new format thing for it. Now what game is this? Well, if you clicked on the video, you probably know what it is. You probably know what it is. It's Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. Alright. So let me just say I love this game. It is one of my favorite games of all time. And I am here to play it for you guys to enjoy. I'm doing this for a few reasons. One, because I love this game, like I said. Two, because I'm gonna be going back to work very soon, which is good. I'm very, very happy about it. But at the same time, it means I won't be able to stream as much. Like, I won't be able to do as much video work. Mainly is the main thing. Is like video stuff, rather than like, you know, I can stream more often than I can do videos whenever I'm back at work. Just because it takes really long to edit videos and whatnot. But all right, let me put this out here. Streaming Paper Mario. Alright. There we go. Aight! Okay, so enough of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started with it. We are, if you look at the sub goal, 299 of 300. That is pretty dang close. One away. And I can definitely get behind that. Why is the text seems to be like a little bit grayed out? Anyway, as you can see, like, I've played it twice on here, and I'm getting another one. I guess for this one, I'll name it EV. I'll name it EV, and that'll be it. But actually, you know what? In honor of the new game, that was, well, that's kind of weird. Does it backspace? We'll name it Origami. Origami. There we go. I think I spelled it right. If not, oh well. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't show up anywhere. Anyway, the new game was announced, and I made a little video talking about my thoughts on it. And you guys seem to like that, so I was like, you know what? Why not? Why not give the people what they want? They like Paper Mario. I'll give you Paper Mario. You know, I think it makes sense. All right, let me go ahead and minimize OBS. Everything seems to be doing fine there. Tell me in the chat if there's any kind of technical problems, because I can fix that. I'm looking at the chat right now, and I can fix that as soon as I need to. So, mail call. I think that's Paracarry, if I'm correct, from the first Paper Mario game. Luigi. Hey bro, check it out. A letter from Princess Peach arrived for you. I'll just read it to you. How's that sound? No, I want to read it myself. You stupid brother. Alright. Now let's see here. Hello there, Mario. Okay, that's terrible, Princess Peach. I am now on holiday, traveling in the Mushroom Kingdom, and my voice has gotten a lot deeper. In my travels, I came into possession of a mystical map, a treasure map exactly. It was inside a box I got from an old merchant in a town called Rogueport. But since it would be too difficult for me to try and go find treasure all by myself, I thought you could help me hunt for it. You will, of course, won't you? No, I think I'll pass on this one. I've included the map with this letter, so please bring it with you when you come. I'll meet you at Rogueport. That means you must come, Peach. Oh, well, since you asked so nicely. What do you know? It's true. There's a weathered old map in here with the letter. Check it out, bro. I'm trying to add to every word. That's basically what I'm trying to do is just add Whoa! Alright. This is an emulator. It's gonna have problems. It's not gonna run perfectly. But from what I've played at like the past there's actually I played it another time on my old laptop. But like this is like the third time I played through this on the computer, so. But yeah, and if you're wondering, I do have like I think I actually have I've bought two copies of this game, and then two copies of this game, 2 copies of Luigi's Mansion, and then 2 copies of Sunshine. Mostly because like I somehow lost all my GameCube games. I don't know how, but I did somehow. Oh no. The disc got messed up in some of them, but one of them I did lose. AC just came on. I hope that's not too loud. Excuse me, sir. Please wake up, sir. This is like, oh, you're awake. You were trying to cross the border, weren't you? Oh, whatever. I don't know how it actually works, how that line goes, but I just know it's a very memeable thing. The town you've been speaking of is coming to view. Look, that's Rogueport. Uh-oh. Ta-da! There it is. You see, we'll arrive shortly. Please prepare to disembark. Now, I don't have any mods on this or anything. It's just straight Paper Mario. I did try and install like the HD mod where it made it like 16 by 9 and made everything look even better. But honestly, the game on its own looks really good. Must apologize, sir. Our arrival was delayed. Wait, this is a pirate character. Our arrival was delayed just a bit by rough weather. Are you quite sure you want to disembark here? I did tell you all the sordid tales about Rogueport on our way here, did I not? What's that? I'm sorry. You say there's a princess awaiting for you here? Said that wrong. Is that so? Of course, sir. I'm not gonna do that the whole time. But, you be careful, sir. Don't say I didn't warn you. Oh, Lord. That didn't play very well. From what I've heard, like playing these kind of games, it can be a little laggy sometimes. Let me turn up my volume. I can't hear. It's good. I wanted to turn it down so it wasn't super loud in my ears. Alright. Blah, blah, blah. Say it again. Alright. But yeah, look at this little town. It's great. It's great. I think it's a little slower. Sometimes it like, and I don't know what the difference is. Sometimes it'll speed up, sometimes it won't. And it'll play at like normal speed. I think it's a little slowed down now. But the audio is fine. It's just that playing the game, I can tell it's a little slower, I think. But anyway, seen you walking around town asking for information about the crystal stash. Well, now I'm doing the asking. So be a good girl and tell us what you know right now. Never! I don't have anything to say to you, creeps. Ew! I suppose it wouldn't be right if a sassy little lass like you met with an untimely demise. Boys, we're taking this firebrand to our fortress. As you command, Lord Crump. We're on it. No! Stop right there! You weirdos, I'll scream, really! Alright. Alright, first boss battle. You know, I don't remember what these guys say. Out of the way, you scallywag. Move your loving bones. What? Yikes. Looks like trouble over there. Probably best not to get involved, huh? I wouldn't... Oh, yeah, this is Toad. I wouldn't meddle with other people's problems in this town, even if I had an extra life! You're saying you can die and then come back in this world? Well, you can. There is a revive item. Blimey! A fight! Corking! Hey, ain't nothing so fun as watching some poor bloke have it out with his missus, huh? Am I right, mate? That was a terrible accent. I'm not sure what's going on. This guy's still very happy.
What do you want, pal? Huh? A princess in a pink dress? I ain't seen nothing like that. I'd remember a princess, probably. Why do you want this chick anyway, pal? Owe you money, or is she your girlfriend?
Alright. I need to save my voice, but gosh dang it, there's so many characters that demand... There's so many toads that demand that voice, you know? What? What do you think you're doing, Trump? You think you can screw up my plans? I never took this guy seriously. He was always like a joke. Even as a kid, I was like, oh, he's like a complete idiot. Gah, it's always something. Looks like I'm gonna have to give you a little taste of the old Crumpa Bomb. Alright. Now, I played this game a bunch, but I'm no means an expert. By no means am I like a speedrunner of this. I don't intend to speedrun or anything like that. It's just, you know, it's just me playing it. Also, I always found it weird. Uh-oh. Oh, yeah, it's playing really slow. Oh, no. Well, now, that looked fast. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying to reflect. Because you can reflect in this. You can defend or reflect. And it's, yeah, it's harder to reflect or parry, I guess. Oh, he had 5 HP? I thought he had 10.
You did it! You did it! Yes! And you got star points! Why am I turning into Carl? Yeah, I bet you know. But you get these things...
Okay, whatever. I'm not even gonna read all that. I'm not gonna read all the dialogue, because, you know, like, there's a ton of dialogue in this game, and that's the good thing about it. Like, that's not an insult. That is a compliment beyond compliments, because all the dialogue is, like, really, really funny. Oh, you got a couple decent shots in, I'll give you that. But unfortunately for you, that means we're gonna beat you anyway. Now, you would think the game would lag here, but it doesn't. It doesn't lag here. Because there's a lot of movement on the screen, you know? I don't really know what causes the lag to happen.
Quick, this way!
It's just every girl character just turns into Carl.
Phew, what a bunch of lewds. Let's just sneak out of here, what do you say?
Alright. I want to fight them! Oh! Slaughter of the innocent! Actually, they're not really innocent, but slaughter anyway! Alright, let's get out of here. But, huh? What are you? What are you, Banjo? Stop! It's just the dumb villain character. Where'd they go? Huh, you, Johnson, did you see them? Did anyone? Most generic name, Johnson. Oh crud, they bolted. So that confirms in this universe there are first and last names. And also Mario's last name is Mario. Which is strange. Wow, mister, you totally saved me, thanks. What's your name? Mario? Well, what's your last name? Mario? Yes, it's a Mario. My brother's named Luigi Mario. Okay, I gotta give you a little award for that one. Oh no, now I've got fungus poisoning. My name is Goombella. I'm a student at the University of Goom. Nice to meet you. So, who are you? Dang it, I already did this conversation. Mario, wait, you mean like that famous guy? Wow. That's the most generic response ever. You mean that famous guy? Yeah? What was I famous for? You know, being famous. She like has no idea who he is, but she's just going along with it. Oh, I can't believe I met you here. Cool, you killed a bunch of my family by stomping on their heads. Anyway, no offense, but it looks like you just rolled into town yourself, right? Me, I already hate it here. There are freaks and weirdos everywhere. It's nasty. I mean, I know the place is called Rogueport, so I should have expected it, but sheesh! I'd never come to a place like this if there weren't some legendary treasure here. Legendary treasure,
She knows too much.
What? You're looking for the treasure too? Seriously? Whoa, bucko! What you got there? He didn't even pull it out yet. Oh my gosh! Isn't that a treasure map? You have to tell me where you got that. Well, I didn't really say anything, but my mouth moved. Princess Peach. What? Great hoogly boogly! If it isn't Master Mario! Oh yeah, I forgot the backstory there. The guys are getting beat up. Stay down, bro. The boss sends his greetings. How'd that road taste, punk? Are you okay? That hurt. Those jerks. You won't forget this. Alright. Bit of a coincidence bumping into another in the sort of place, Ho ho! Let me think, like, what was his voice sound like? He would obviously be like a cross between Old Man and Toad. So tell me, Master Mario! No, I can't do it. What in the world brings you to this wretched little burg? I'll give him Yoda's voice. Indeed. Princess Peach sent a letter and a treasure map. And she told you she'd meet you here in Rogueport? Intriguing. You're asking me where Princess Peach is? About to ask you that I was. Stopped in this town to acquire a spot of fuel for our ship, we did. Don't you know? Okay. Oh, I took my eye off her for a moment, but as soon as I did, she vanished. You know how headstrong she is, Mario. I just assumed she'd be back momentarily. But yet she got kidnapped again. But this one, I fear we must embrace the possibility that she may never return. Jeez, that's kind of a dark way of saying it. I've been at a loss as to what to do. I've been fraught with worry, I tell you. But I'm feeling better with you here, Master Mario. Surely we'll find her, surely. And my name is not Shirley, but I know my place, Master Mario, and this is not it. I leave this task to you. Oh! I believe I'll recline in the inn, right over there, and do absolutely nothing to help you. In fact, I highly recommend it, particularly if you find your heart points running low. What is he talking about? What is the heart to point to? Just drop in! Ho ho! Yes, anyway, a little rest there will fill all your HP. I must say, though, the rest of this town is a bit rough. Yes, rough indeed. Huff, I say. Huff, I say. See, the dialogue's great. It's just like, it's dumb crap, but it's hilarious. Princess Peach, do you mean like Peach, the Mushroom Kingdom princess? Oh, so you know her exactly, but you don't know me. The princess who always gets nabbed by Bowser, the Koopa King, the one you rescue? Yes, all the time. Literally every second of my life is spent rescuing her. Wait a sec. This is crazy. Princess Peach sent you that treasure map? Yes. Get the clue, you idiot. Whoa, this is really intense. That was an intense response. Well, where could she have gone then, do you think? You think maybe she got sick of waiting and went to find treasure on her own? Thinking emoji. If this was Twitch and I had the power to make emotes, I would make Mario thinking emoji an emote. Oh, I know, Mario. Come with me. One of my professors is here researching that treasure. We'll show him your map. If we start looking for the treasure, then maybe we'll catch up to Princess Peach. Yeah, sounds like a good plan. Great. We're all good then. Let's go, Mario. Da-da-da. Bella joined the party. Alright. It always says a primer, but all of them are primers. Alright, blah, 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 blah. You press the button to figure out what's going on. Apparently got a Facebook notification. Let me turn that down. Goomther, the Goomba, if you couldn't tell. He's, well, he's a mushroom. He's, his wife left him. He's living by having to do 5 jobs. Yeah, there's not really anything good to say about this Goomba. I don't know why I made his story so depressing, but that's the official backstory now of Goomther the Goomba. Thing is, since I just got to town myself, I don't actually know where he lives, so keep an eye out. Here's what Professor Frankly looks like. I like how it's like totally breaking the fourth wall. Here's how he looks like. What do you mean? You're just talking. There's no picture of him. What do you mean? Alright. So yeah, at the risk of something going horribly wrong, I'm going to save at every chance I get so I don't have to repeat anything. All right, but oh yeah. So yeah, there's a noose. Brave new step for the Mario game. There's a few things I want to go ahead and do, which is go this way. Freeze! You two, not another step. Don't come this way. Some complete jerk just bumped into me and made me lose a contact lens. I'm looking for it right now, so don't you dare move. So there's like no way you can get out of this. You hear me? Whatever you do, don't move an inch. Alright, there's like absolutely nothing you can do. If you jump and try and move, it instantly, like it lets you move a slight bit, which gives you a little hope, but it forces you to stop and go straight down. So it's like there's no way you're beating it. This is your fault. Now I had to buy a new contact lens, but you're gonna pay for it. Compensate me, Mr. Clumsy. Fine. If that's your plan, then here's mine, you oaf. I'm gonna block the gate and totally act like an obstacle in your path. So yeah, you literally cannot go this way at all. It is impossible. I could just simply do this. All right, listen. So, and this is a. Oh, I forgot her name. Zesty, something like that. Anyway, she lives here, and she'll make like she'll take your food items like mushroom and like honey syrup, which you can all get from here as well. And she basically turns it into better items or worse, depending if on the item. She can enhance them, which is pretty good. But stuff like the fright mask here is not gonna cook into anything because it's not really a food item. But yeah, so this is the shop. I'm not gonna get anything right now because I don't really think it's that necessary at the beginning. But yeah, this treasure chest was like the biggest tease for me as a kid because I'll tell you a lot about like my experience playing this game as a kid as I go through, because I'll remember a lot more about it as I go. But yeah, so this guy stole me money. Me money. But yeah, he stole my money. Oh, Mario, you gotta wake up. That guy just stole half your coins. Oh no, now I'm living in poverty. That is so lame. Ugh, I hate this town. Alright, so, a couple things, which you may not, if you've never played this game, like I said, I envy you because you're experiencing it for the first time, and I highly recommend you play this game too. Like, not just watch the stream or video or whatever, but actually play the game. Because there's a bunch of stuff in this game, like, even after you've played it the first time, like here, I thought there was a shard there. There's a shard somewhere in here. But yeah, there's a bunch of stuff in this game that's secret, such as this. It really played with the 3D element, despite the fact that the characters and everything are 2D. It's an extremely creative game, and the first one did this a lot. I think it's over here, right? Yeah, star piece. So it doesn't really explain what you do with that, but there is a purpose to it. Oh yeah, and while I'm over here, I might as well show you this too. This is completely optional, and it's kind of crazy that the game just like starts you off getting robbed, essentially, and you have half your coins. But you can get it all back by going to this guy's house here and talking to him. Oops! Fancy meeting you here. You're pretty dang persistent, buddy. What a pain. Fine, okay, you got me. I'll give you your coins back. Here. If this were a real mugging, though, Mario would be dead. Anyway, but, not to make your Mario game so dark, but this game does take, like, a different tone compared to, like, the other Mario games. I'm not saying it's, like, super dark or anything, but it's actually got, like a lot of interesting plot stuff, and a lot of, I guess more mature themes. It's not necessarily anything like bad though, you know, like nothing adult, but it's more like this wouldn't be a game that I would recommend like a 5-year-old play because it's got so much complexities to the gameplay in the first place, but also like a lot of story stuff that will just go over their heads. But yeah, so there's Gus. We can fight him right now. But I don't want to. it would just be like a big waste of currency. I kind of want to, but I don't because I would basically just have to spend all my coins on stuff like fire flowers and mushrooms. I thought for sure there was something behind one of these curtains. Maybe it's a different place. There's like multiple areas that are like this. But yeah, so you can fight him right now, or you can pay him like 10, 20 coins to get past. There's nothing over there that you need. So right off the bat, the game is like presenting you with being robbed of half your coins and also having to pay your way to get to a certain part of town. It's, at the beginning of the game, if you're new and you don't know any better, you can really lose a lot of advantages to start. What's there? Who's there? Who wants me? Yes, you. Now, I've seen your face before. Yes, that face. I want to comment something. The Game Grumps did an excellent playthrough of this. I thought it was hilarious. And they pointed out that this is literally Mushroom Bernie Sanders. And I've never been able to look at him the same way. Oh, but this character design is hilarious. Anyway, I've seen your face before. Yes, that face. Wait for it. Just a moment. Don't tell me now. Silence! I'll get it right. It's not Goombriel. It's not Elizagoom. Aha, I've got it. You're Goombella, aren't you? You were in my archaeology class last year, am I right? Wow, yes, sir, that's me. I'm Goombella, a junior at Goombas. Oh, no, Go Goombas. Oh, Lord. It's like fully, like, it's just like, it's so much just embracing of the dumbness of this. Anyway, of course I remember you. Not to toot my horn, I don't really have one, but I'll go with that, but I'm pretty good at remembering. You, though, you stick out in my mind because you were such an exceptional student, and that guy behind you is, I'm pretty sure you stepped on my uncle, but that's fine. Who? My grandson was jumped on by you at some point, but it's cool. Mario, Professor, he's Mario. You know, the famous one? I still don't know what he does. I just know he's famous. Oh, my apologies. I'm such a bookworm. I haven't a clue about what's hip right now. In any case, what sort of errand brings you two all the way to a place like this? We were hoping you'd tell us about the legendary treasure said to be below Rogueport. I thought that if anyone knew anything about it, you would, Professor Frankly. Of course I know about it. The reason I came here was to study that very subject. But why do you tykes want to learn about the legendary treasure? You know that most say it's a little more than a fairy tale, don't you know? I turned to, what's the accent where people like always say, oh, don't you know? Where's that accent come from? Like, where's that, not accent, but like stereotype come from? Archaeologists and historians had to search for truth in those fairy tales, though. Me, I believe the legendary treasure truly does exist, and I really want to find it. A good point, and well made. In that case, I'll cooperate with you however I can. First of all, about the treasure, there are many mysteries surrounding it. Some say it's infinitely vast treasure hoard, while others say it's a magical item. Some books say it's actually a monster, while still others claim it's an empty chest. So many different theories. Obviously, it's impossible to divine the truth among them. You mean divide? I don't know. But all agree on one point: to find the treasure, one must have the crystal stars. To find the treasure of take the 7 crystal stars to the 1,000-year door. You mean the crystal stars in that old saying the super elderly people passed down? Indeed the same. Hey, who are you calling elderly? As the saying goes, if you want to find a true legendary treasure, you first must collect the 7 crystal stars. Hold the magical map aloft before the entrance to the 1,000-year door. Then the stars will light the way that leads to the stones of yesterday. Yeah. A lot of lore, blah, 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 correct, blah, blah, the magical map, blah. But we do have it, Professor. What? Really? You actually have it? Could I just take a quick look at it? I can't hold this, but somehow it's suspended in front of me. Actually, it's the weirdest thing. In Mario Sluggers, the baseball game, Goombas were a playable character. So how did they have catching gloves and baseball bats? Psychic, the Force, I don't know. They just floated around them, and it's strange because I imagine when programming that, you have to imagine what it's like to have hands, and at some point they might have even put hands on Goombas just to get an idea for it, which I don't want to see. Anyway, astounding. This is it, the real thing, the one and only magical map. You, son, are my hero. You're great, fantastic, wonderful. Even with this, we can find the crystal stars just by holding this aloft before the legendary door. Right on, Professor. Good golly, what are we doing? Just sitting here then. Goombella, Mario, off we go. Alright, so now he hasn't joined our party, but he'll follow us around a little bit. But yeah, I don't think there's any secrets in here. This trash can will fill up with stuff. If we miss any tattles, but I plan on tattling every enemy in the game. Cause I think I've done it before, but I don't. I don't think I've done it in a while. We can use this pipe to get down under the city. Please follow me. Now here I think he's gonna give us like a tutorial. Yeah, he's just gonna talk about. Oh yeah, I have to show you how to fight. Oh, I think I accidentally did something. I clicked the wrong thing. Anyway. But yeah, so an old man's going to teach us how to fight. And that's going to be interesting. Not really. Jump! Jump! I forget his... I may have been able to skip this. And if so, I'm sorry. But... Bot! Press A! There we go! The guard action command! How I know all of this? I can't remember. Release it. I was already ahead of you, buddy. Another rousing action command success. Arousing? How did that feel, Mario? Was it arousing? I'm sorry, I just spat everywhere. Excellent. Now for a real treat. Alright, try attacking one more time. Okay. Now press B! Yes, beat up this poor girl. Do it. Do it again. Alright, press a bit more. Nope. Got it. I expected nothing less. You do have to be careful because it's very easy to accidentally repeat little tutorial stuff if you're not careful. But yeah, so strangely enough, the professor was not joining us on the way down, but he does come. It's just he doesn't join in the animation. Anyways, save so we don't have to do that again. But what you'll find, like going through pretty much every area of the game, there's a bunch of stuff that looks like it can contain things, such as this crack in the wall. That's stuff that you'll be able to get later on. Even stuff that you don't even think about, like these metal grates, this metal gate here, that can be affected by stuff you get later on in the game. There's so much complexity to it. This guy can't talk to you right now. This pillar has two ways to interact with it, and it's just it's just a bunch of stuff here that you can do, and I enjoy it a lot. That area was where the two people that take your star pieces and use it for different things. One can give you like a fortune telling. Actually, no. One tells you where a star piece is, and then one you can trade stuff in for badges and whatnot. And you get some really good badges from that guy. But yeah, so okay. So now we got the Goomba gang. I skipped over their dialogue just because I want to kind of advance. Didn't mean to hit the mic. I want to kind of advance a little bit because it's obviously taking a little bit longer right now, just because I'm reading everything. Like I said, like if you ever play this game on your own time, I highly recommend it because there's just a lot to go through, and this playthrough would not do it justice because there's just so much. I couldn't contain all of it in one video. Not one video. Like I couldn't contain all of this stuff in 20 streams. But yeah, that's just how big this game is. Yeah, I'm one of those Goombas, in case you hadn't noticed. Ahem. Essentially, the Goombas are the underlings of underlings. That is totally rude. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, defense is 0. Hammer him. Something I've always had an issue with is the spiny Goombas. I've never been able to parry them. I can parry like all the other Goombas, but the Spinies, I don't know. It may not be possible. It may not be possible, but I have never been able to do it. But already you can see a difference. Obviously, the Para Goomba is up in the air, but the Spiky Goomba, not only can you not jump on it, but it has higher attack. It has 2 attack instead of 1, which means you want to get rid of that. However, with jumping, you can choose your targets no matter where they are. But with Hammer, you have to choose the one that's in front. And since there was a Goomba already in front of the Spiky Goomba, I had to take out that one first before I could get it to this one. So there's all sorts of different complex things to it. Oh, I didn't tattle him. My bad. I should have defended. Owie! Ha! Later on, losers. Later on. That felt awesome. Are you ready, Mario? There are plenty more where that came from, and they'll have it all in for us. When they attack, try to hammer them or jump on them while in the field. Attack successfully, you can perform a first strike when you enter battle. So if an enemy catches sight of you, be sure to thump them as you go into battle. So that's just talking about, that battle was scripted, but there should be another guy. Oh, okay, he's not down here yet. But there will be another guy down there. And I think there's there's going to be more on the path down to the 1,000-year door in the first place, so. There we go. So you will see, like, what he's talking about. Like, you can start the battle, essentially, before the battle even starts. I'll try and show you that here. There we go. Oh yeah, and something if you've never played this game or have watched people play it, but you may be seeing something different, is I'm doing stylish commands. They don't really matter right now. They will in a few minutes. I want to show you something else here too. Normally you cannot hammer airborne enemies, but if you hammer them as they're swooping down, it still lets you do it. But then they rise up and then you can't hit them again like that. To get rid of enemies' wings, you can jump on them, but that's only if there are versions of the enemies that do not have wings. So for instance, Goombas can come with wings or not wings, so they can lose their wings, but something like Swoop, which is a bat, cannot lose their wings because there is no unwinged bat. That wouldn't be a bat. So the game will explain what like stylish is and like what the purpose of that is in a second. I'll skip over that tutorial and just tell you myself. But even here, going through this area, there's this big switch. You can't do anything to it. This box is too strong for you to break through. So even here, in just this short amount of area, you've seen so many different places where you can't access. And it's already, what it's doing is, it's very smart game design. It's making you remember something to bring you back. And yeah, as you can see, I know a lot of the locations and secrets in this game. Oh, I missed him, dang it. Oh, he's got an item too. I think I'll have to tattle him later, because that's actually a very powerful item at the very beginning of the game. That's another thing. They can have items, they can have badges, which I thought was always cool that they could use the same badges that you could use. Potentially you can also get those items or badges after you beat them. Obviously I didn't just there, but there's a chance of it. Oh, there's another one, okay. And you just saw he didn't go down to 1 hit, so they got more than 2 HP. How much to be exact? Let's find out. That's a Spinia, totally weird creature made of thin, papery boards. Well, technically, isn't everything here? It certainly looks unique. Nobody knows much about these creatures, actually. Max HP is 3, attack is 1, defense is 0. Its attacks are super swift, but it should be pretty easy. Just give it a hee-yaw! Alright. So now you're gonna see. Hopefully I can do this correctly. No, I didn't do it. Hold on. There we go, okay. Timing on parrying is harder than timing of regular moves. Defending moves, excuse me. And regular moves too, because it's easier to get the action commands like pressing A and whatnot on the attacks than it is defending. And that's for a reason, because defending takes off 1 damage. Parrying takes away all damage. And reflects 1 back at the enemy. It doesn't matter how much defense they have. It will always do 1 damage back to them. And that's like the way to go. But because parrying is so hard, or countering, whatever you want to call it, because it's so hard, for bosses especially, since I don't know them as well, I know enemies a lot better, so I can counter them easier. But bosses you don't fight all the time, so it's hard to counter them. Get practice anyway. Hey, you! Can you hear me? You can? That must mean you're the hero of legend! Me? Only the great hero of legend can hear my voice. Yeah, everyone else, nothing. See, long ago, an evil spirit cast a curse on me, locking me in this box. I was bummed. Wait a minute! I can hear his voice! This doesn't make any sense! I've been here ever since, waiting a long, long time for the hero to come by. So yeah, anyway, big guy, what brings a hero like you to a place like this? Mario, a word with you. I'm not exactly confident that we can trust this box. I think it may be best not to mention that we're looking for the crystal stars. Well, drat, I just said it out loud. What's wrong with me? I love it, man. It's hilarious. It's freaking funny. Oh yeah, searching for the crystal stars are you now? So you really are a hero. Well, you're definitely gonna need my help if you can get those bad boys. So first you should look for the key to this box. Anyway, the key looks like this. Once again, saying like this does not describe a key, but you know, whatever. Well, what do you think we ought to do, Mario? I think we should look for the key. And where's the key? Here! Once again, something else we can't interact with. But yeah, this is just the first, I guess, enemy-filled area in the game. And already you see so much stuff. So much stuff. Like, yes! Think nothing. Wee-hee! Fools! Oh boy, did you fall for it. I burned you. What, do you think I was going to help you? Instead, I'm going to spread a little of the suffering I've endured in that stupid box. It's a pandemic. Yes. Oh, right, anyway. So he's got some little quirky dialogue here where he's saying enjoy the curse or whatever. And basically it's a new ability. It's not actually a bad thing. It's good. It makes you think it's bad at first. But actually it's a good thing because now you can press Y. The worst part of this curse is that you must tilt left and right to control yourself. I guess if you got good at it, you might fly a long way. But that's the only good thing. So be honest, isn't this curse just about the worst thing that's ever happened to you? There's no doubt. What was that? Yes, I get it. It's terrible. Wee-hee! If you press B, you might return to normal. Maybe. Farewell, you foolish fool. Wee-hee! So, wow. Just wow. What was that guy's beef? Anyway. It is interesting, because you're like, why did someone lock him up? If this is a curse, It's a pretty good curse. But as he said, you could just do this, and if you were paying attention, that you saw that there was another platform that looked like that where we were before. And we could totally go back there and go that way now, but it wouldn't do any good. Oh, Mario, Goombella, look at that! And there it is. It's a 1,000-year door spoken of in the legends. I can't believe it's real. So the legends are all true. So yeah, I find like the lore of this game very interesting. Like the whole world it builds. And the brave part about this is that none of this is familiar locations. It's some familiar enemies like Koopas, Goombas, and whatnot, to tie it in, you know, to something, have something familiar. But all these areas are brand new, which is something that the first game did a little bit, but it was still, like, you know, in the main Mushroom Kingdom type of thing. You got Peach's Castle, you've got like a World 1-1 type of thing. And this game borrows from that, kind of, but all the areas are kind of outside of the kingdom. I don't know if it's technically still inside, I don't really know. But it's like a self-contained world, essentially. And that allows them to really do whatever they want with it. And you can tell with like the creativity in where they took this game. Ta-da! Dramatic effect. The location of the crystal star has been recorded on your magical map, and Mario has learned a special move. You can now use Sweet Treat. Each time you get a crystal star, you'll learn a new special move. So basic game progression. The more you play, the more abilities you're going to get. It appears that information related to the locations of the crystal stars appeared. And that shining light. It looked as if a mysterious power was given to Mario. Well, one way or another, we should return to my place and study the map closely. Aha, I see. You understand it, Professor? My dear, of course I do. Firstly, about the light we saw shining on Mario. By my reckoning, Mario can now perform what is known as a special move. A special move? Yes, it will. Stuff like this is better explained by example rather than words. No thanks. I know this already. No thanks! Oh, you're absolutely sure? Alright then. Fine. Don't take my advice, idiot. Wow, astounding. This map has radar-like functions. It now shows the location of the crystal star. It looks like the first crystal star is to be found in a place called Petal Meadows. Petal Meadows? Yes, there is a vast meadow that lies far to the east of Rogueport. To tell you the truth, I've always thought that place was a tad suspicious. The name Petal Meadows did come up from time to time in my research. Okay, fine. So we'll go there. Does anyone know how to get there or what? I'm fairly certain that somewhere beneath the city is a pipe to Petal Meadows. If you could just find that, you'd get there instantly. Pipe travel is efficient. Say, by the way, Mario, I'm curious. Where did you get that map anyway? From Princess Peach, really? Her Highness sent this to you, Mario? This Princess Peach that I'm imagining into existence? You could just grab her from this thought bubble, and there you go. You have her back. This wouldn't be her, would it? Yes, I can see your thoughts. It is as if our brains are connected. So it is her! Princess came to see me the other day. She wanted to learn about the treasure. I told her about the crystal stars and my suspicions about Petal Meadows. It doesn't seem likely, but perhaps she tried to go to Petal Meadows on her own. You know, Professor, there was another suspicious group asking about the same thing. But I can't imagine Peach getting involved with them. Alright, settled. Off to Petal Meadows you do go. If Princess Peach indeed went there, your first priority must be to catch up with her. Collecting crystal stars is a means to an end, and that end is Princess Peach. Here, I magically picked up the paper. Aren't you coming, Professor? No, I'll stay in town and do nothing. Besides, I doubt a shriveled old Goomba like me could handle the trials of the road. Of course, if anything happens and you need some advice, come see me, okay? You got it, Professor. Gosh, he won't shut up, Mario. We gotta get out of here. Don't leave me. I'm lonely. Alright. Wait just a moment. Oh, gosh. A power smash. There's a hammer with spikes. Before, you've just been giving them slight concussions. Now you can give them internal bleeding. Crushed skulls. No. No. One thing I will say about this. It allows you to skip tutorials. Pokemon. Anyway, but, because there's like a lot of rumors that you were going to be able to skip all the tutorial crap. In Sword and Shield, but it never happened. Never happened. I can't remember which button it is to, okay. Well, H is apparently badges. Let me wait for the thing to pop back up again. Come on, pop back up. There we go. Okay. So it's F, T, G, and H, I'm assuming. Yes. Okay. So yeah, so from here, you can see everything about Mario. There's all your, like, what all your items you found and whatnot. Your party, confirming you, of course, have more partners you can find. What items you found, important items. Mario has a mailbox Game Boy, apparently. I want a mailbox Game Boy. Anyway, and then here's your badges. So badges are one of my favorite things about this game, is that you can customize Mario. And this was introduced in the first Paper Mario game, but it was so much more expanded in this. There's a lot of, I wouldn't say a lot of like insane strategies you can do, but a few things just to give you a few ideas of what you can do with it. They can stack. Items, badges can stack, and the more you stack them, the more FP it costs. Essentially, think of that as like your mana. And then also, it increases the power as well. So Power Smash is going to boost my hammer damage from 2 to 4. But if I put another Power Smash on there, it's going to do 6. So let me see. I think the Goomba has spawned. Yes, he has. Oh, well, I couldn't turn around in time. Dang it, I was hoping for a para so I could tattle it. Unless I already did. I can't remember. I might have already done it. Alright, so you just saw a stage fall. Stage falling can happen whenever you do anything that makes the stage shake. And also, I guess I did something else new. I defended. You can defend, which boosts your defense by 1. And then if you do the action command, it will give you 1 more defense as normal. So that attack that normally does 2 damage now does none. It's helpful. It's helpful. But yeah, I don't want this to be like just walkthrough of how the game mechanics work. But I feel like it's like I like to explain a little bit of how the game works. But yeah, there's this weird tentacle thing. There's a bunch of stuff. There's like a pole back here. Can't do anything with that. There's some kind of boating dock thing. Every room has like at least 2 or 3 things, like two to 3 things that you can see are gonna be possible to work with, but can't right now. It's just it's so full. The area is just so full of everything. But yeah, so we whack this. Bloop, bloop. Bloop. So now we get to see Goober Blooper. Who just whacks someone's tootsies like that? Oh my gosh. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Would you look at that? Some saucy mustache guy. Saucy? Hold on, wait a minute. He's in a world of hurt. Bloop, bloop, bloop. I'll give him a taste of old tentacle trample. Hey Mario, you remember what Professor Franklin told us, right? You can press Y to change our attack order. Yeah, press Y, Mario. Anyway, so, there's Luigi in the crowd. I don't think he really does anything, but he's there. Haven't seen any evidence that he does anything, but he's there. So yeah, art style, paper. His tentacles are paper. Which is just, it's part of the charm of this game. There's a lot of creativity in how they do the character design. That's a blooper, and a really super humongous one too. Oh, it's all slimy. I just totally can't stand slimy, nasty, icky things. Gross, gross. Max HP is 12, attack is 1, defense is 0. It attacks with tentacles and ink! Once you damage both its tentacles, it'll fall down, and then it's attack time. By the way, the tentacles each have 3 HP. Now relax and house on that slimy, nasty blooper. Your choice of word, house on that slimy, nasty blooper. Why? Ah, I missed it. It's kind of on a delay, which throws me off a little bit. Alright, let's just do this one. Papa! Boo! Alright. Oof! Dang it! It's so hard to time that one. I wish this enemy appeared more so I could practice more on it. Alright, do I have an item that's gonna help me? Fire flower isn't gonna be necessary. Alright, now time to show you some of that power smash. For the low cost of 2 FP. 4 damage! And Mario does 4 backflips! And now I should be back up. Alright. Should be over here. I'm not going to use unnecessary FP. Alright, and he's down. You didn't even get to see his ink attack. But there you go. Bloop, bloop. So just like how he works in Mario Sunshine, whenever you beat him, he just launches out of the water for no reason. I can't explain what causes him to... I can't explain what causes him to just become a rocket and just fly out there. But he does. I don't know why. Oh yeah, it's hilarious because your partners always fall in the water. It's just, it's something about how the AI is programmed. Is there anything behind here? No. Something about how the AI is programmed and whatnot. It's just kind of funny. I think I saw something over there if I'm correct, but I guess it was Goombella or something. But yeah, if you fall in the water, you take a damage. If your partner falls, they don't take anything because you can't control what they do. They just do whatever. Chapter 1, Castle and Dragon. The most generic name to a Dungeons and Dragons story. And here we are. This is a very happy theme. Well, here we are, the Petal Meadows, where folks say the Crystal Star hides. Woohoo! Here we go, Mario, the star of our adventure. This is completely awesome, and nothing can go wrong. Alright. I've always kind of thought that if there was ever a Mario game that could be adapted into like a cartoon, I feel like Paper Mario, any of the Paper Marios, but especially this one would be a good cartoon, I feel. Especially if they kept like the paper theme. I think it would just be really, really cool. Whoa, what was that? Oh, is that a... Wow, Mario, look! There's tiny wings! Tiny wings! Totally incredible. Never seen anything that humongous before. It looked kind of scary too. Weird. Frankly said this place was peaceful. Wow, crazy. We just started and already there's intriguing. There's intrigue. Come on, Mario, let's go. So some weird dialogue, but quirky and memorable, if anything. So yeah, right now it's like the the beginning. They're just kind of giving us stuff. Look, stuff. It pops out of the wheat. I think it's wheat. Anyway, or flour, some kind of flour. Anyway, whatever. It's wonderful. It's all just look how happy everything is. Jumping on Goombas. It's just like in any Mario game, like the lowest level enemy is pretty much always going to be a Goomba, with the exception of Sunshine, which took a kind of a take like this game did, where they tried to make some new enemies and stuff like that. There wasn't like a regular Koopa, there wasn't a regular Goomba in Mario Sunshine, and they were very innovative. Close call, so this is another badge. Mario's in danger, cause enemies to sometimes miss. This is the beginning of the 5 HP strategy, where you lower Mario's HP to always be 5, and you stack a bunch of stuff. You'll enter danger when you're at 5 HP or below, and peril when you're at 1. Oh. Ha. You're stuck. Oh. Never mind. Oh! That is... Oh! 2 items. Okay. There we go. Just because they have items doesn't mean they're going to use them. But most of the time they are. So you wanna get rid of the ones with items. Alright, let me counter. Not counter, tattle. Like, I know all the stuff these enemies are gonna do, but just for the audience, for you guys who may not know about anything about this game, you get the idea. Maximum HP is 2, attack is 1, defense is 0. You can't hammer it while it's flying, but rough it up, and it'll totally plummet. There's a lot of dialogue stuff, too, like, plummet is not something like a 5-year-old would know. Ah, dang it, how'd I miss that? A 5-year-old would know to press A to jump on people. You know? So this game, I think this game was rated E10 and up. And honestly, some of the puzzle stuff was way too hard to guess. And I say guess because there was no way you were figuring out some of these. And depending on like how long this game, like this playthrough goes, you may see what I'm talking about, but there's some really out there stuff that you would never guess. Alright, since I can't do anything to you, I'm just going to defend. I'm pressing the counter button, but it never works. If anyone has played this game and you're watching this, do you know if it's possible to parry or counter Goombas, spiky Goombas? Because I can do it with pretty much every enemy in the game. I cannot do it with spiky Goombas for some reason. Oh yeah. A coins! It's a classic Mario game. And there actually, there was a sequel to this called Super Paper Mario. And it made the game very different. It wasn't turn-based anymore. It was all kind of real-time. It was basically like a 2D Mario game. And as much as the gameplay was, I won't say it's bad, it just was not as creative. Oh, one more thing, Mario. If you ever find yourself like wondering what to do, just press X and use my tattle ability. And so yeah, she'll give you like little tips on the environment and what to do. He just walked on up. He didn't have a care in the world. Bap. That is a dried shroom. And I guess I do kind of want to show you what, well, if I do that, the Goomba. Okay. I kind of want to show you what they can do. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just hit him once. So here he goes using the item, and it heals him by 1. I don't think they're counterable to this day. Like, I've played this game since it came out, and I have not been able to counter those guys. I just honestly think it's impossible. I don't know if it's because he has a spike or what. 13? That's an unlucky number. Oh, what is going on? So on top of everything that I've already shown you and that you've already seen, to add to the character gets better as you go thing, you also will level up. And every time you level up, you get to choose which stat you boost. HP by 5, FP by 5, or BP by 3. I am going to go ahead and say, and I think the majority of the fan base of this game can agree, that BP is the best thing to upgrade. The more badges you can put on Mario, the better he is. But for early game, it's not as necessary. I think I do just want to put FP up to 10 so I can use my power hammer more. Because right now I can only use it twice before having to restock. But, oh, the bridge is out. What can I do? Throw Goombella in the water? Nope. Check the darker bushes. So there's stuff like that with puzzles that are, you know, they're easier to figure out. Because they give you, like, visual cues and stuff to help you figure out. But, there are some... Oh. Apparently this is very intense on the graphics card. I'm sorry, everyone. And yeah, like, I knew that this was back here, so... There's a lot of stuff that you'll see me do that you're like, oh, I would have never guessed that. But it's stuff that I know, because I played this game many times. Alright. But yeah, so, once we cross this bridge... Oh yeah, I don't know if every bush... Oh, well, these contain something. Some of the bushes contain stuff, some of them don't. I don't memorize that. Oh! Almost fell in the water. Mystery. That is a... Well, it's a mystery. You don't know what you're gonna get. Get another fire flower. Let's look at the items. I think it's, F? Nope. It's, T. Yep. Lots of mushrooms. Lots of fire. I think we're pretty good. The only thing I would like to get is like a honey syrup or something to restore my FP, which I will get in a minute here. Petalburg! Showing this game's skill at not only 2D characters, but 3D environments. Showing a little camera pan there, and it's really impressive what they can do. And like I said, this game still looks good. Still looks good. Welcome, travelers. Where are you, you ask? Why, this is Petalburg. Sorry, but it's been a long time since we've had visitors here. We're kind of remote. Yippity. Once that dragon hooktail was spotted flying around this area, well, it didn't help tourism. Put it that way. People just stopped visiting. Understandably so. Dragon? Hooktail? That must have been that huge thing we saw earlier, Mario. So it's called Hooktail, huh? Ooh, scary name. Poofed. So anyway, green boots. What? Have you heard about these things called crystal stars? We're on a quest for them. It's very important. Crystal stars, you say? Nope, can't say that I have. Sorry about that. You might want to speak with the mayor, though. He's old. Really, really old. As such, he knows all kinds of stuff we don't. Koopas of his age are, really smart. Anyway, the mayor lives in that pink house up ahead. You should go check it out. Pink house? Sounds totally hideous, but it should be easy to find. Thanks for your help. So that's an inn icon, it's a bed, it's just saying that you can rest there and regain your HP. This is a flower dude. That's all I'm going to say about that. And then, oh, I can't skip that dialogue. Oh yeah, this character says something about Fire Emblem if I'm correct.
Hey, what's up? I gotta say, I'm really hooked on playing Game Boy games lately. There's this one game that's just absolutely rules. It's called Fire Emblem. You ever heard of it? Man, it rocks my socks.
Funny thing is, people who made this intelligent systems also worked on a lot of the Fire Emblem games. So, the little cross promotion there. And most likely, this is probably, if you didn't play like Super Smash Bros. Melee, this is probably your first experience, like your first exposure to the words Fire Emblem. Because that game was not very known by America until I guess 2010s is when it really started taking off. And now we're at the point where Three Houses comes out and a lot of people are getting it. Yeah, this was 2004 and a lot of people did not know what that game was. I would be willing to say that this Toad saying Fire Emblem is probably the cause of all of the new sales that came from America for that game. Hut, I'm General White. I'm a Bob-omb, and I've lost my hopes and dreams. I live in solitude always. I must apologize, but I ask that you leave me alone. I am depressed, dang it. Oh, and here we go. This guy. Hey, that's a poster of my girlfriend. What are you doing? Hey, well, come on in. I guess door's open. Oh, Hooktail, it lives at the top of that old castle beyond this hummock. Have you heard the rumors? Some say lots of treasure is hidden in that castle. Scores of people have gone in search of it, but not a one has returned. So what do you think? Getting scared, huh? Oh, you should be scared. Take down those pictures of Princess Peach, or else you get the hammer, and I'll deliver the slammer. That was terrible. I apologize to everyone. I don't think this Toad says anything. You saw Hooktail on your way here. Are you sure? Big old dragon, tail like a hook. Wow, you're super duper lucky it didn't see you. I'm not even kidding with you. If it'd seen you, it would have. I'm sure it would have gobbled you up like an after dinner mint. It must have been stuffed or thought you looked gross. At any rate, you were lucky. Hooktail, dragon, tail looks like a hook. You know, just trying to make sure you understand what's going on here. But yeah, so you got another item shop. There's a few new ones. Mr. Softener, which drops defenses. Courage Cell, which boosts defense. Pal Block, which you will need. Customers earn 1 shop point for each one they buy. Oh, yeah. There's even, like, it can't just be a simple shop system. They gotta have, like, a progression to this, too. So the more you buy, the more stuff you get. The more points you get, which can allow you to get free crap, which is awesome. It's just, there's so much to it. Let's go ahead and do this one. I'm not really good at the French accent, but I'll do it. Oh, bonjour, mademoiselle. I can't read this. It is a beautiful day, no? No, not you, Monsieur Mustache. I am speaking to the lovely little cabbage behind you. What do you say, my pretty? Abandon this dullard and come away with moi. Ew, are you kidding? Ew, nice wig, you disco wannabe. Take a hike, bozo the dork. Oh, sacre bleu, such brutal honesty, such a sharp tongue. Well, I retreat for now. If you change your mind, Cherie, come find me. What a total sleaze. Let's go somewhere, Mario. It's such a strange design. He looks like he's trying to be Elvis with the costume. He's got the pink afro, and this is the only blue dog in the entire game. All the other dogs, which I think are called Dougals, are yellow. And then there's just this guy, which is so stand out. I don't think you could ignore him if you wanted to. It's just, he demands attention. And thankfully his dialogue is funny enough to be worth giving attention. So, another secret. Can't get this yet. But another secret. You can shake the bushes for an item. Only one will appear per day on in one of these bushes. So that makes our item total pretty good. Yeah, 9. This will restore 3 FP. A little bit less than the honey syrup, which restores 5. But it is a free item that you can get multiple times. So yeah. So yeah, there's a few things like, this door is poorly textured. It's not the most realistic thing in the world. But the HD remaster of this mod is phenomenal. And I would love an actual official Nintendo remaster of this. I think it would just look phenomenal if they did it. But yeah.
What's that? Someone there. Who is it? Who? What do you want from me? I know, you're thieves. Here robbing the fences, old Koopa. Despicable.
I love that sound.
Go on, do what you will. But as you can plainly see, there's nothing to steal here. Strike me down and I will become more powerful than you can imagine. Oh, I guess I have a little money. Take it, you fiends. And my antique shell, too. Huh. I'll be naked, but you can take it anyway. I guess you'll just have to see my shriveled old... anyway, where was I? Just leave the photos of me and the missus. Can't do without those memories.
It's so sad.
What? Not these, you say? Well, what's your story then? Oh, wait. You folks looking for the crystal stars?
Well, we didn't tell you that, but good guess, I suppose. Unless you've been following us.
Well, why didn't you pipe up before, you idiot? We're just wasting time here. The crystal stars you say you're hunting. Wait. What did I hear about those dang things again? Oh, I got it. Hooktail. Hooktail's got what you're looking for. This is enormous ornery dragon. Eats folks. Got a hook for a tail. You know Hooktail, right? He's a dragon. He's got...
Yes, of course. I may have heard the name. Of course. As per usual with Mario games and Pokemon games, your dialogue doesn't really matter. Like what you choose, it doesn't really matter, but, it's there. It's there.
Well, this Hooktail's brutal flyby snackings have all of us on pins and needles. So are you reckless fools. I mean, are you gallant heroes off to rough it up?
What? Hold on now.
This does sound promising. Why, if you can get rid of that Hooktail, we'll shower you with gratitude and rewards. Wait, what's that I hear? You'll accept no reward?
I didn't say that.
What an unselfish man. You're noble indeed. You have a good egg. I never really called someone an egg before. I don't really think most people say that, but I'll call you a good egg. Now, what did you say your name was again? Murphy. That's a fine name. Yes, a fine name indeed. Well now, Murphy.
It's Mario.
I appreciate that, Murphy. They are nice eyebrows. Now listen up. If you're intent on going to Hooktail's castle, find a secret pipe near the village. I don't know where it's at, but I know you need stone keys to use that pipe. The keys are somewhere in Swan Fort. I kind of sound like Luigi from the Super Mario Brothers Super Show. Mario! Where the babies come from? Anyway, that's a hilarious Vine Sauce clip. Just past the village. Get them first. Well then, Murphy, get going. Take care of that monster.
Just a bunch of funny characters with funny dialogue. You got this adorable little character here.
Well, hello there. My name is Coo. It's nice to meet you. Oh my gosh, that hat, those overalls, and that magnificent mustache. Oh, well, thank you, but I am already interested in another woman. You're Mario, aren't you? Yes, indeed. I've heard tales of how strong you are. Oh, if you're here, that means you're going to challenge that monstrous Hooktail. Oh, if only Koops was as brave as you.
Huh? A Koops? Who could that be? Oh! I seem to have entered without knocking.
What did you say?
You mean you're actually going to Hooktail's castle? I didn't say anything. I can't believe you dare challenge that behemoth. It eats people often. It's really none of my business, but it's one scary dragon, and that's no lie. Okay, I'm gonna ransack your bedroom. Wait a minute. There's no bed up here. This is a crappy house. You've got no toilet? You've got no bed? What is wrong with the people? Got an email. Alright. The great thing is that it doesn't make you read that, because that email does pretty much nothing. It's every now and then there'll be like a funny dialogue in there, but they're just kind of extra stuff. If it does anything, it like makes the world seem more believable, because a lot of it is like advertisements for sales and stuff like that, like interviews like a newspaper would have. It's like I said, world building is something this game is extremely good at. And yeah, it's just really good. I'm not gonna read all the dialogue. Oh, didn't mean to do that. But yeah. Let's see, there's another thing over here. The Toad Sisters!
Hey! It's us!
Okay, my voice is not gonna be able to do that. Traveling Sisters 3, blah 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 blah. They don't really do anything, but they appear multiple times. They're like characters that kind of follow along, and they have their own little adventure while you're having yours. It's just like, I guess it's a way to add characters to the different areas, but without making totally new ones each time. This way you can reuse some stuff. Which obviously they reuse the same Koopa model here. Model sprite, I guess, is a better word. An old stronghold called Schwank Fortress lies ahead. Stone creature lives there. At least it might live there. Skate is to keep it out. My job is guarding the gate. But if the mayor says it's okay, I'll let you pass. Careful out there, though. Excuse me. I beg your pardon. Wait a moment, please. No one says, I beg your pardon anymore, dude. What are you, from 2004? Pardon me for yelling like that. I was panicking. How to begin? My name's Coops. I heard you're traveling to Hotel's castle. Yes, we already talked about this. So anyway, I have a favor to ask. Get on with it, man. Well, oh, just forget it. Never mind, ignore me. Goodbye. That guy was a loser. Okay, that was weird. What do you think that was about? Talk about issues. More like daddy issues. Oh! That's a joke you'll get later on in the game. Star piece! Alright, I'm gonna have to take a break in a little bit. Mostly because my voice is getting a little tired. I think it's like my sinuses are finally acting up. Because I've been lucky so far. Most of the time by now, I'm not even going to say anything. New enemy! This is a Koopa Troopa, and to make them seem less bad than the normal Koopa Troopas that we just saw, they decided to give them shades and a choker. with the bracelets too, with like spikes on it. It's... I mean, I guess I can't get them confused. That's Koopa Troopa. They've been around forever. Gotta respect the longevity. Their shells are hard, but flip them over and their defense drops to 0. And you know how to flip them over, right? Just jump on their heads. So, a perfect example of working a classic Mario mechanic into a turn-based game. When they're on their backs, they're down for, I think, 2 turns. And, like she said, their defense is now 0. But this is the first enemy you see with a defense stat. And they're not super common that they all have defense until later on in the game. At that point, most enemies will have at least 1 defense. And that, you know, it definitely is a way of making it more difficult. Not only do their HP, attack power, and defense rise, but their moves also become more difficult to dodge. Well, I didn't mean to do that, but that works. Uh-oh! Fire flower. Alright, gotta make sure we do this. something about items, and the reason why I prioritize beating the enemies with items is because you cannot defend or counter items. You just have to sit there and take it. And the same thing with you using items. It's you can't do anything stylish with it. It's just an item. So, oh, I got the fire flower from it. Nice. And of course, items are one-time use until you buy a new one or find a new one. Nice, a single coin. Whack. There he goes. Let's jump on him. And something I also like is the different backgrounds of the stage, because obviously you get like the theme here. It's like you're performing for a crowd, like a play or something. And each one of like the new backgrounds that they put are pretty great. I think I can get rid of the fire flower. I've got 3 of those, because you will need a POW block for this next thing. I think there's a star piece behind one of these. There's 3 different paths like this, and I know one of them has something like that. But anyway, first fortress, dungeon, whatever, and then you see these guys over here. Try and open the door. Nothing happens. Click on the totems or pillars, whatever, and here they are. They charge at you. But they can't do, like, nothing they're doing is going to start like a foe strikes first thing. It's just they're going to catch up to you. Jumping on them or hammering them does nothing. Because, as Goombella will point out, that's a bald clef, basically a rock monster with a swarthy looking face. Look at that jawline. This is kind of mean, but bald guys really just don't do it for me. So you mean basically all of the Goombas, except for Frankly. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, and defense is 2. Yeah, this guy is rock solid. Fire doesn't even hurt it. It might be best to attack with, say, a POW block. Now you can use a POW block, but you can also use Power Smash since it has 4 power. It will still do damage to them. But for this case, I will just use the POW block here. Pow! And there we go. The only thing about these battles is that you get like no kind of reward for it. You just have to beat them, which is kind of lame. But anyway, I always thought this area was really cool too. It's such like a small area, but I just think the design is, you know, it nails what it's trying to do. It's like a little dungeon area, and it gets that that look across. There we go. So around here is where attack priority is going to be more of a thing, and you're going to have to pay attention to that as you play through this yourself. I didn't get stylish that time. But yeah, so you see, if I focused on this one Koopa that was already down, I would have been able to take it out last turn. But it would have left this other Koopa back here up and ready to attack. And because of me being a little bit more patient and not trying to just kill everything in sight immediately, I was able to handle that a lot better because I wouldn't be taking damage. So, and that's another thing. Like I said, there's so many things about this game that makes the battling system like so complex and customizable. That's one of the things about it too. Is there's gonna be like there can be 5 enemies, I think, at once, and you have to focus on which ones you want to take out and when. Dang it! Down he goes. And down he goes. So what's also, this is kind of brutal, but when you hammer them when they're down, it just looks like you just like smash their guts. Let's see if we can get this. Ah, dang it. Bingo, not likely to happen, but every now and then it can totally happen where you can get 3 in a row, and depending on what the icon is, it'll max that out. Star will max out your star points, HP, your HP, the flower will, oh yeah, another power block. The flower will max out your FP, and then the star, no, I already talked about the shine sprite will max out everything, and the poison mushroom will not do good. It doesn't hurt your stats, but it gets rid of the crowd, which is not good. So these guys, similar to the previous bald clefs, they will not strike first, and you don't want to strike them because you cannot hammer them, you cannot jump on them. You literally have to use an item here. And I always thought that was kind of a strange thing to have, where you introduce an enemy where you have to have something to beat them. If you didn't get a power block at the item shop, or if you just didn't explore and didn't get the ones in the bushes like I did, you'd have a hard time with this. It encourages you to look around. Max HP is 2, attack is 1, and defense is 4, and they're impervious to fire. Even trying to get close enough to whack it with the hammer is dangerous. Seriously, its spikes will totally pop out. So since you can't jump on it or use your hammer, you better use an item. So yeah, you have to use this. And Fire Flower doesn't even work, and they've previously given you quite a bit of that, so they kind of just throw in a free POW block as a way of saying, here, think outside just regular attack actions and choose other stuff. Also, it's worth mentioning, dang it, I try to counter it. It's also worth mentioning that items pierce defense. With the exception of, I think, one time, items will pierce any enemy's defense stat. Alright, now we're at the third area. This will be the final one before we get to a different event. I forgot you can get on top of these too. Alright. Do it! Do it! You pansy! You want to do it! You want to attack me! You fool! Alright, I want to attack the Goomba, but I can't. Because like I said, you have to hammer the target that's in front of you. Yeah, I'm not even going to try and counter anymore. I'll just stick with regular. Whoa! Hey, you're going to have to pay for that prop. 63. Alright, I think I got this one already. Yeah. I did not get this, though. And also, 2 free items. In coupon and a fire flower. I've already got. I think I'll get rid of the POW block. Fire flower does 3 damage. This is only trade-off is that it doesn't work against some enemies if they're, you know, obviously fire immune. Mushroom. There we go. Yeah, countering is not an easy thing to do. I wouldn't recommend you try it on your first playthrough, or at least until like you get comfortable with timing your guard. But it's essentially done the same way. You just have to press a single button when the right timing presents itself. But it's a lot less forgiving than just guarding. Guarding is pretty easy to do, but trying to counter is a whole nother story. Another coin. Alright. Then a little heal box. I wonder if that means there's a boss coming up. Which there is, but not right now. Let's go ahead and hit that save block. And I think I'll go ahead and call it a day for now. I may stream again later on tonight. It just depends on how my voice is doing. Like I said, right now I'm feeling a little bit sinus, I think, starting to affect my throat. Because most of the time I could talk more than this. But anyway. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed this first episode or first stream of Paper Mario: The Thousand Year Door. I love this game. It's one of my favorite games of all time, and it's a classic. I think when you look at the GameCube and you look at like the best games from that era, I would say that this game for sure is like on the top 10 list of GameCube games, up there with like Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, the Metroid game. I can't remember which one it is. And stuff like that, you know, like there's so many games that came out on the GameCube that were legendary that were amazing at the time, but legendary now because of their innovation that caused so many good games to come after it, you know. So yeah, Mario goes to sleep as he does in pretty much every game. But yeah, so that's pretty much all I got for today. Check in. I guess the best way you can know if I'm going to stream later on today, or if I'm going to stream another day, is by subscribing. 299 out of 300. We're one away. But also, you can follow my Twitter page, where I'll post out whenever I'm streaming or whenever I upload a video. It's the easiest way to get notified when I'm doing something on this channel. So, but besides that, that's all I got. Check out my other content. And until next time, peace out. Mario's sleeping. He's snoring. Oh, Lord.